Now, David, you say the Forensic Files episode was one-sided. Why is that?
Well, in reality, Dr. Drew, the IMs were not considered by the jury because they believed they were fabricated or could have been fabricated. And the AOL security, the head of security who was on the tape a minute ago, he said that they could be edited only after we showed him a live demonstration that they could be. The position was before they could not be edited. So we were able to show that it was something that could have been edited. It was found after the murder. And also that in that particular case, the jury called me. Some jurors called me afterwards and said, we did not even look at it because it was not good enough.
But
they also didn't.
My understanding is you said, though, that those instant messages were fairly damning and may have lost you the case. How's that?
They could have because it was the only thing that showed a plot, any plan. But the jury did not consider it because they did not believe it was believable.
Did you have a theory about what had happened to this man?
Yes. What wasn't given to us in the beginning of the case in discovery or at any time, the emails that were suggested that they found on the hard drives by Sergeant Petrovka, he said the relevant ones we looked at. There were dozens and dozens and dozens of other people Jerry Cassidy communicated with before and after this homicide. He had at least a half dozen women he was talking sexual in nature to. There was all sorts of kinky sites that had been looked at that was on his hard drive. I mean, things that were out there, S&M and whatnot. But this was before and after. So he wasn't in such love that he would go commit a murder. He was trying to pick up other women as well.
And yet, I'm going to bring Kevin back into this. Kevin, you say she was up to some of the same stuff, though. Is that correct?
Yeah, she had numerous males and females in her life sexually, and even moved in a local delivery man days after the murder occurred.
Again, everybody.
Anybody can do it.
Everybody. Keep your life simple. Everybody. I say this every night on this show. Every time we review a Forensic Files, I just think, oh my God, trust your instincts, keep things simple. There's a reason we commit to one person, and the more violations, the more infidelities, the more crazy feelings develop, the more unpredictable who called it the other day, the X factor can be. Deneen said she's an expert in infidelity, and she sees so many people erupt in ways that you would never predict, that they wouldn't even have predicted.
She sounds like Hot Car Dad. Remember all those like sexual things that he was up to, and then you just end up killing somebody.
Sex addiction, everybody. But back then, they didn't think about it that way. Let's look at the suicide note that Jerry Cassidy left. It said, quote, "Mom and Dad, I'm sorry for all the pain I caused you, but I had to do this. Here is why. After Sharee and I got together, I found out she was married. She lied to me, made promises, as you well know, and I believed them all. Sharee was involved, helped set it up. I have all the proof, and I'm sending it to the police. She will get what's coming." So, David, is that, you think, him just being a jilted lover trying to get her stuck into his web? Is he just psychotic and just making trouble? I mean, this was an upstanding guy other than his online practices, wasn't he?
Well, Drew, you know this, that people who commit suicide try to make the suicide note, make them look like they're a better person and change all the problems they had in their life. This guy was a detective. He got thrown off before. He was a pit boss. You think detectives and pit bosses are the kind of guys that get duped by somebody over the internet? I'll tell you what, he did not mention one thing about what happened in the murder and how he did it. Not one. Now, this man was killed with a shotgun. Jerry Cassidy, please, in your suicide note, tell us where you put the shotgun so we can verify it was you. He did not put that. There were no gas receipts coming up the Modessa or back. A detective who's going to set somebody up would have set her up completely.
Troy?
So just because he didn't lay out all the grisly details in his suicide note doesn't mean that he didn't do it when he starts off by saying, Mom and Dad, I'm sorry I did this. This is, why I did it.
Well, to be fair, it was to Mom and Dad, not to the general public, I imagine. But Vanessa?
But, okay, playing devil's advocate here, Sharee is crazy and she orchestrated this name, but he's a homicide detective. He should know murder equals bad. Why didn't he just rescue this girl and bring her to his town and just save her from her mean old husband?
Yeah, David, I imagine you brought that up during the case, no?
Yeah, well, it was brought up, yes. The jury was hung twice, and it was Friday night, 3 days before Christmas. The jury was hopelessly hung. They were crying and screaming at each other during deliberations, came out crying. So this jury had a hard time. And I'll tell you what, think about this, lawyers. The judge, the federal judge, let her go for 3 years on a bond. When can you name another case where a woman who was convicted of murder was released for 3 years? The federal judge knew the facts.
Kevin,
go ahead,
hang on a second. Kevin, you knew the facts too. How do you respond to that?
Well, the facts are Jerry did leave us a lot of evidence. He left us the instant message. He left us his hard drive where we recovered a majority of the emails that led to it. But you remember, he was in love with her. He was a homicide detective. Shortly after the murder, he thinks he's going to marry her and life's going to go on. He got rid of key evidence then. There was no other person. The instant message was the script. We proved it with the phone records. We proved it with the vernacular that was used in there that was only familiar to people in a 25 square mile area of different reference points. There's no question Jerry did this, and there's no question that Sharee was involved.